bum 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 do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Let's go.
This is the Eric Everyday Podcast for Tuesday, March 21st, 2017. Episode 241. On the Cliffside.
Hello there. Eric here. How are you all today? I hope you are all doing well and feeling fine. I'm good, despite getting very little sleep last night. And the reason I got very little sleep is because I had a weird, I don't know if you'd call it a nightmare, but it was definitely an uncomfortable dream. And it was a little all too real. For very real reasons, and I'll get to that in just a second, but first, so I have this very clear memory in my head of the first time I saw this image. It's an image of these rock climbers sleeping on the side of a cliff. Now, I have very serious and real issues with heights. Not a big fan. Vertigo all over the place. Even just a picture can make me go, ugh, I need to look away. So this image is of what these rock climbers did. It's taken somewhere in some red rock, deserty, could be in Utah area, and it's this huge, super straight up and down cliff, and it's not at the top. It's not anywhere near the bottom. It's like right there in the middle of this massive cliff, hundreds of feet up. And what they did is they took like a 1 foot wide piece of cloth and 5 foot long and nailed it to the side of the cliffside. They nailed it to the cliffside, and it's attached to like some bars around it. But essentially it's just like a tiny little shelf on which the people sleep. I guess they have to do that for super long climbs or something. And I remember seeing this image and it's scaring the hell out of me. Just the idea of laying there hundreds of feet up in the air on this tiny little shelf when all you had to do was just to roll over. I mean, I'm sure they strapped themselves down with belts and stuff, but it just haunted me. And I think about it from time to time because it's just a vivid image in my head, and it makes me just uneasy just to think about. So last night, I'm having a dream. And the dream is I'm sitting on one of these shelves high up on this cliff. And then I'm going to go, other stuff in the dream had mostly to do with just like talking to someone, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Eventually, I go to lay down on my little shelf, way up high in the sky, on the cliff. And as I'm laying there, I keep like getting pushed towards the edge. And I keep like looking down, and that vertigo feeling is happening. And I keep like almost rolling off the edge of my little shelf. And then I wake up, and Thaddeus is behind me. You see, in the middle of the night, like he often does, Thaddeus, our 3-year-old, got up, came and jumped into bed with Christine and I, and got between us and kind of spreads his arms out and his legs out, and he pushes us both to the edge. And I am laying right on the edge of the bed, and he's kind of kicking me, and this is not an uncommon occurrence. The uncommon thing is that it's coinciding perfectly with my dream and freaking me the hell out. If I had to sleep on a tiny little sliver of cloth, I think I could do it, so long as it wasn't like hundreds of feet in the air. But yeah, in my dream, for unknown reasons, I kept trying to roll my body off the side of my little shelf, and it turns out it's all Thaddeus's fault. And I woke up just saying to myself, "Ugh, you little punk," and in the same breath, oh, thank God it wasn't real, because it was very, very scary, as they are. Anyway. We went through this with Colette too. She went for a long time, always crawling into our bed, and thankfully that's over, and I look forward to when Thaddeus stops doing it too, because it's not my favorite thing. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.